The application is called DESA, and it's an app for diabetes patients to help them manage the disease better. And it supports all kinds of features targeted at primarily monitoring, helping patients monitor their disease. So it's basically a self-management app. The largest part of it is self-management. And we did also want to include data sharing, which means that you can send the data to the physician. So basically shorten the distance and actually not have to visit the physician for every time you actually need to consult them, and bring your own logbook, which has been a traditional way of bridging the gap, bringing your notes together with you. So this is a way to kind of circumvent that part. Well, this is one of the reasons why this is going to be such a huge thing, such an important thing, because Norway has huge distances. But there's no reason to just focus on Norway, because there's going to be much broader scope. I mean, this is going to be useful anywhere in the world, basically. And one of the things is that we are kind of leveraging technology to help patients get on top of their disease, to just collect data and monitor logs and their own not just the glucose parameters or how much insulin they take, but also activity, weight, and different other parameters that prove to be kind of important and connected to the development and progress of the diabetes disease itself. The use case does have both Android and iOS applications, and we are the team that's developing the iOS. And one of the reasons why we focused on that is that actually we wanted to cover the whole population, right? So not just the Android users, and it is kind of unfortunate that most of use cases in the FISTAR itself are based on Android and only Android, which means that basically you are limiting the scope of your application, basically. And many of the cases do tend to provide the devices for the patients, right? But we wanted the patients to use their own devices, because they do kind of have them in their pockets all the time, right? And it would be bad not to give the patients that option, right? To just have an assistant, their own assistant in their pocket all the time. Yeah, actually, we have users from all over the world. I can't speak of specific numbers yet. We haven't done much marketing, but there is interest, and we do get some bug reports from all over the world. So yeah, it's nice to see it going global. One of the biggest problems currently is that, yes, you can help patients collect their own data, right? But when it comes to sharing the data with a physician, it's actually, you face a lot of regulatory constraints. So one of the steps we've taken is we've connected to an EHR, commercial EHR provider that also has some kind of APIs, and they actually allow us to push the data into the EHR, right? Which would mean we can just kind of piggyback onto their efforts to deploy EHRs all over the world, right? Which means that any clinic or any institution or a group of clinics that are going to have this specific solution will also be able to use DESA, which means basically we've just reached a lot bigger user base for sharing the data with the physician and to connect people.